Legends of Runeterra Competitive has 3 issues. It's hard to follow, it's hard to compete in, and the tournaments are too irregularly and don't necessarily matter as much as you'd want them to matter, or have as much value as you'd want them to have value for. Now, with that in mind, there are some changes that are happening to Legends of Runeterra. I have not even read this, and I'm about to go ahead and read this and give my thoughts as a Masters player and as someone that just competed in their first seasonal tournament and it's gonna get scrapped. We are going into a completely new format for Legends of Runeterra. Welcome to competitive in 2023. We have a lot of change in store for you all, so buckle in for some high level information on what's coming up. When looking at our competitive system and what it really meant to refocus on PvP, we asked the community what you wanted from these new systems. From Reddit to Twitter, Discord, calls, DMs, your feedback directed to us towards the following 4 goals for PvP in 2023. More competitive play opportunities, fun and meaningful PvP for all skill levels, experiencing variety through new formats, prestigious rewards. With all of this in mind, we've made some sweeping changes and are kicking off fresh new beta season. Since this is a beta, not all of the changes will be implemented yet, so this will also act as a sneak peek of things to come. Your feedback will be absolutely integral in helping us shape what competitive will look like when we move out of our beta season. So please head over to Reddit and leave your thoughts and impressions in the thread there. Check out what's the same, what's changing, and what's new below. Gauntlets and tournaments. Gauntlets have traditionally been a way to earn prime glory and practice in the same format as seasonal tournaments. We experimented with time winder gauntlets to see how players reacted to them and gained some valuable insight. Taking those learnings, we created daily rumbles and Runeterra Opens. The gauntlet structure has changed with the introduction of daily rumbles for the beta season. You'll play until you get 6 total wins or 3 total losses. The Daily Rumble will be nightly tournaments opening in the evenings 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. sharp time. You can only enter the Daily Rumble once per day, so be ready. Each week, the format of Daily Rumbles will rotate, providing all styles of players an opportunity to scratch that competitive itch. Here's a sneak peek at the first rotation of Daily Rumbles planned to drop in February. We have Champions Unlimited, Best of 1, Standards, Best of 3, Standards, Best of 3, Runeterra Open, Free Build, Best of 1, Standard, Best of 1s. Interesting. I need more, so we'll keep going. This is kind of just a rundown of what it is to be a Best of 3. Free Build, Best of 1. Deck building rules, unlimited champions, up to 10 regions, 30 to 75 cards. Standard would be standard deck building rules, no pick and bans, Best of 3. Interesting. Standard best of 3, standard deck buildings, best of 3. Not sure if this was a typo because there's a best of 3 here and then best of 3. This one doesn't say best of 1s. Weird. I'm not entirely sure if that was a typo. It says champions unlimited. Then there's the unlimited number of champions, max 3 copies of each card, 2 regions. Interesting. Daily Rumble buy-in. We want Daily Rumbles to foster a competitive feel and have higher stakes. To raise the stakes, we will have you buy in of 650 green shards or 200 coins. This price is heavily discounted during our beta season as we want to give you a chance to participate more and really try out the mode. We're still figuring out what number feels right to keep the stakes high enough for everyone to bring their A game, but also low enough to be accessible for players. The Daily Rumble rewards. Rewards include 10 trophies plus contender title, 8 trophies, 7 trophies, 6 trophies. Kind of makes sense so far. Beta season Rumble rewards. Those with eagle eye may have noticed titles and trophies in the rewards. You must be wondering what the heck. We'll explain them soon. In Runeterra Opens, you will play until you acquire 8 wins or 3 losses each month. 2 weeks after the update, you will hold a monthly Runeterra Open. The Runeterra Open is available on Saturday and Sunday. You'll get to play once during the weekend. This is a large tournament with no entry fee that everybody can participate in. These will have greater rewards and offer more rapid progress through your season rewards, track, and daily rumbles. They also provide an opportunity for our most competitive players to train and compete for higher stakes more frequently. It was important to us that anybody can participate with no entry fees for the Runeterra Opens. We really hope that this can be a super exciting moment for the community where everybody can come together and try their hand at competition regardless of how sweaty they are. After beta season, a second layer of competition will be added to the Runeterra Opens. Day 1 Saturday will remain unchanged from what you see in the beta season, but Day 2 Sunday will have players with qualifying scores face off in a head-to-head tournament with one winner decided. We'll be adjusting the rewards after the beta season to reflect this added layer of competition. Beta season. Once we finally move out of beta season, every second Runeterra Open in a new season is going to be buffed up to a World Qualifier Open. Placing first in the World Qualifier Open will auto-qualify you for Worlds as opposed to the regional qualifier in the past. We still aren't ready to share exact reward structures yet, but once we finish beta season, we'll update more. Okay, so the Runeterra Open is going to be important. It sounds like it's going to be monthly, is what it sounds like. Large tournament with no entry fee, monthly Runeterra Opens, right? Where everybody can play, we all play, and then we can play up to 9 games, 9 sets. It's just a lot of games. Not sure if we'll experience burnout. I do believe that there's a lot of games and a lot of more competition that gets played in others, but that's a rough one. Many players wanted to see Alan ZQ at the 2022 Worlds Finals. We're listening and want to officially announce the 22 Worlds finalists are on Erig Orn, who will directly qualify for 2023 Worlds. Editor notes, Alan's commentary was legendary, so I'm personally glad we got to unleash the talent as a caster. Our old system of seasonal points and ladders is going away, and now we will just have Runeterra points. Runeterra points are earned primarily through Runeterra Opens and World Qualifier Opens. Additional, a very small amount can be earned from participating in the ladder. During our beta season, we will not be rewarding Runeterra points. We're going to be tweaking the exact number to make sure we get it right, but we want to give you a high level view of what to expect so we can provide us with feedback appropriately. You let us know that playing all year only to have your journey end at the regional qualifier without facing off against the top talent around the globe felt really bad, so to make Worlds feel even more competitive and rewarding, we constructed a new flow. This year, qualifying for Worlds is going to throw you directly into the international stage. Instead of each shard qualifying 64 players, there's a pool of global players qualified straight to Worlds. There will be 4 main ways to qualify for Worlds. Earn top cut Runeterra points cumulative and through the entire year. Earn top cut Runeterra points from a specific season. When they select Runeterra Open, win a last chance qualifier tournament. Okay, that is crazy. All of us can compete in Worlds now. Like, they're literally opening up the gates to say anyone can do it, you can be a part of it, and anyone can like just join. And that's really cool, and that's really important. World Qualifier winners, LCQ winners, Runeterra points, top finishers each season. Runeterra yearly leaders. That's cool. Ladder will no longer be an avenue to gain entry to a seasonal tournament. Therefore, Ladder will also reward fewer Runeterra points than any other competitive paths. We're not leaving Ladder fans wrung out to dry. However, we're exploring other ways to reward players who love the climb, including player titles for the top ladder finishers each season. Top 8 during the beta season will receive Righteous title. Top 100 will receive the beta season, the Divine Flame title. Exclusive icons based off the rank ladder finish will continue as well. We hope that this will allow Ladder to fulfill a role as a competitive practice ground to test your creativity and hone your skills. PvP rewards, seasonal badges. This is really important, and I love that. Woo! Awesome. Designs for the World Ender beta, season badges, new way to customize your profile and show off your accomplishment. This will be displayed on the loading screen as you prepare the titles. This is one of the titles obtained from the seasonal rewards track during the beta season. Titles are a new way to show off your mastery and prestige to your friends. There is a way to express and show off show who you are as a player. We also see this as an opportunity to reward the most exceptional players with premier titles that prove their mettle. Some titles also have the ability to level up. For example, you finish the daily rumble with 6 wins to unlock the contender title, etc. Trophies. The third and most mysterious item on the list, we've additionally had our event passes filled with a bunch of goodies to earn in-game, and this isn't going to change. We're simply adding an additional reward dedicated and progressed by playing daily rumbles and Runeterra Opens. The trophies are going to represent your progress and the season reward track. That's cool. Yo, the Runeterra Opens, that's so cool. Season badges are a unique reward for the season reward track. You may have noticed that Prime Glory is missing from the Gauntlet reward list. But worry not, you can still earn Prime Glory by progressing your season reward track for far enough. The more you win, the faster you will progress through the season reward track. We're still tinkering with the exact length of this and the position of the reward, so please give us feedback and expect adjustments to be made as we polish this new feature. Shooting for Targon's Peak, the Legends of Runeterra team is full of dedicated developers that are scrappy and wear many hats to get awesome features out to you, the players. We're really doubling down on communication with our community in 2023, and part of that is being more transparent and sharing things early on in development process so we can get your input. We want to make sure we're prioritizing efforts around what matters to our players, so here are some of the aspects we're beginning to scope out. We can really use your feedback on which of these features you want to see from us so we can invest our resources in the right places. There's the grassroots tournament supports. We will love it rolled in, which we can we can partner with some of our very dedicated community tournament organizers to offer a small amount of Runeterra points to further incentivize hardcore players to play in these community tournaments. Expanding the circuit and opportunities for players to meet and compete, we feel would be a massive win. This requires a deep dive into what sort of support we can legally provide, as well as needing some features requests, but with enough interest, we feel it definitely is on the table. Tournament creation tools, this is one that has been on the radar as something super cool, but it's super complicated. This would definitely require lots of resources from our team and engineers, and if enough of it desires, we begin exploring whether or not it's possible for us to develop with delaying other planned content. There's the cross shard competition. Our community is pretty tight knit, and we have a lot of people who organize and participate in tournaments, have friends who are separated by shards. We're currently investigating how we can make it possible for our players to play cross shard without having to jump through quite as many hoops. I think how much time will take. There is a good amount of FAQ, and at that point I would say for you to read it. I think these are incredibly good changes, honestly. Like, competitive wise, what Legends of Runeterra is practically setting itself up to be is simply to have more competition throughout the year and not just be these seasonal tournaments that we're just waiting for and then we get to experience. And I really enjoy that, and I really appreciate that, and I'm really excited to play in these tournaments because there's some times where, like, me who played the last seasonal tournament that we'll ever have, I win one and then lost 2 in a row, and I know I'm out. Like there's no point in playing, and it just sucks when you have to wait so many more months to be able to prove yourself and practice and practice and practice. I have a full-time job. There's times where I simply can't be practicing all this time and investing into like understanding counter picks or what decks work well against other decks and what situations I'm looking for when I'm playing a specific deck. The meta is still constantly changing. Like, there's a lot of times that we look at the Runeterra page and we think like we know it all, we understand everything, but we don't. The meta is constantly changing, and there's constantly different decks that are coming up and down the ladder. So I really, really like that we're going to be able to compete a lot more often, and I'm really a fan of a lot of these things. The daily rumbles, I already saw on Twitter that they're going to be a little bit expensive if you want to compete in them regularly. It's a lot of shards to ask someone to put in 650 shards every day, and I know that they want to make it so that you have to feel or put yourself into like a competitive situation, but I feel like you don't have to really push someone to think of it as very seriously. I think naturally, like, you just set the situation of like you're going to be able to get points or you're going to be able to win things here, and people are going to try, and that's really all there is to it. I think a smaller or very inexpensive 500 green shards even, right, as a way to put yourself into these tournaments or daily rumbles, as they would say. Other than that, that's pretty much it, and I'm excited for all the changes that are going to come to this game, and I believe that Legends of Runeterra is going to keep growing competitively. For casual players, I think the game is doing really, really well, but I think a lot of people that are playing this game competitively just want more, and I think that's what we're going to be able to get in 2023. Other than that, thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, and leave a comment if there's something that you yourself want to see.